Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good evening from London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG Repping. I do apologise for being late. I was gonna do a stream earlier, but I had a friend on my phone that I'm recording this video on, and yeah, it's a long conversation we had. Other than that, I want to bring you the latest content today from a footballing perspective, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And before I go into it, well, let's go into it before. Let's give you a sniff of what I'm going to be on about. I'm going to be talking about Manchester United, because then Ten Hag has given his views on the shambolic display against Manchester City away, and Jurgen Klopp has come out publicly to say that Liverpool will have to resort to going back to basics. So I'm going to be giving you my views on that. Otherwise, before I do all that, yeah, make sure you smash the thumbs up like button for me, yeah. Do that in abundance, yeah. Show me the love and the support, yeah. Make sure you share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives. If anyone's watching for the first time, welcome on board, football people. Make sure that you share this channel amongst your friends and your relatives, and tell them, whomever they may be to you, a friend or relative, to share it amongst their friends and relatives, yeah? To keep this channel growing. If you've got something to add to the topic, to the topic that we're going to be discussing, leave it in the chat, yeah? Your opinions, your views of any Premier League football match you may be watching, or you want to talk about Leicester's 3-0 scoreline against Nottingham Forest, leave it in the chat, yeah? What was I going to say? As far as I'm concerned, as DLG repping, positive feedback belongs in the chat, yeah? On top of that, yeah, make sure you do subscribe to the channel like JDR HD has done. And I hope that JDR HD can encourage your friends and your relatives to do the same thing. And if you do subscribe, I'll shout you out. I'm going for 1,000 subscribers and over, yeah, by the end of this year, beginning of the new year. So get subscribing. Yeah, and let's do it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do all of that for me in general, yeah? Let's keep the channel growing. So, let's start off with my first bit of headline, and that is what Ten Hag has said, and written in yellow writing as head title: lack of belief, unacceptable. Absolutely agree with him here, Ten Hag. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag said there was a lack of belief from his side in their 6-3 defeat to rivals Manchester City. Despite winning their 4 previous Premier League matches, United were heavily beaten by City and trailed 4-0 at half-time. For me, they lacked complete belief, desire, and mettle to compete with Manchester City all over that park, and they were destroyed, completely destroyed. And the inquest must have happened earlier today, and I'm sure Ten Hag had a few harsh words to say to his players and the performances as a team. You know, you wouldn't think Manchester United won 4-0, but they did. I mean, you wouldn't think Manchester United were 4-0 down at half-time, but, well, it was deserved. Right. Erling Braut Haaland and Phil Foden scored hat-tricks for Manchester City, while Anthony Martial and Anthony netted for United. When you don't believe on the pitch, you can't win games, said Ten Hag. That's very true. If you never believe, then you can't achieve success. And why would you deserve to achieve something that you don't deserve? Because you don't believe. What, a lie? I mean, they were overrun all over that park, and it's a performance that is unacceptable. You know, they were lacking in ideas. Defensively, all over the shop, not picking up runners. There were a number of faults. I mean, Man United were hit on the counter attack, left exposed. Phil Foden gets the fourth goal of the game, his second, and he wanted that second goal for himself more than Terrell Valencia wanted to defend. Alf Ingerholland's son, Erlen Braw Haaland, he just wanted it a lot more. His movement is absolutely world class and phenomenal, and you can see why he scores the many goals he scores. This guy is a hell of a monster. He's still only 21, I believe. That is a scary, scary situation for opposition centre halves in the Premier League. They have been warned. Those that haven't played against him will play against him, and God knows who Man City's next fixture is and who Haaland is going to be playing against from a defender's perspective. But they're going to have their work cut out to keep him quiet. Right. Let's go on. Let's move on. Whoops. Can I get onto the Liverpool one? Yes, I can. Jurgen Klopp has said here Liverpool have to go back to basics. And that's basically on their defending of recent games has been nothing but abysmal. I mean, the defending against Brighton is unacceptable. The lack of organisation, players not closing down attacking players. You had a defence marking space. I mean, Brighton should have had 6, 7, maybe 8 goals on the day, and they should have won the game convincingly. They were 2-0 up, and then allowed Liverpool back into the game. I think Brighton were the better team on the day, and they deserved the 3 points. However, I'm going to read what Jurgen Klopp has said. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp says his side have to go back to basics to try to improve their defending. Klopp's side are 9th in the Premier League after just 2 flight wins in 7 games this season. They have conceded 14 goals in 9 games across all competitions, keeping just 2 clean sheets. I mean, that is borderline relegation form. I mean, this is just frightening. 2 league wins in 7 and conceding 14 goals in all competitions. I mean, that's alarming. The experience of Virgil van Dijk at the back being the main guy, with a Matip, with a Canote, Joe Gomez at right back or centre half, or at Trent Alexander-Arnold, or with Robertson. Attacking players seem to find joy in getting through Liverpool's defence. And that is due to just bad defending or individual defenders not doing their jobs properly. And that is a huge concern. I'm going to read on anyway. When you spot a problem and think you have the solution, you expect it to be instant. That's never the case in football, Klopp said. Well, he was being as honest as he can, and he spoke from the heart here, of course, and he wants the basics done. So there's a lot of work to be done in the training ground this week, I would assume. Anyway, let's get into Monday's gossip column. And former Olympiacos coach Pedro Martins is likely to be a strong contender to replace Bruno Lage as Wolves manager, while Sevilla coach Julian Lopetegui could be considered as Celtic's Ange Postecoglou has been discussed. Telegraph subscription required. For those of you that are wondering what I'm on about, is the sacking of Wolves manager Bruno Lage, which is not a surprise to me. They're lacking in confidence in front of goal. 2 goals from one attacking player all season so far. And is it any wonder he was given his marching orders? No. According to the Sun, Sporting Lisbon boss Ruben Amorim is also among the contenders for the Wolves job, though it would cost the club 20 million in compensation. Well, that seems like a lot of money for a manager, but for the compensation they have to pay for Sporting Lisbon. I don't think it's that much. I think Wolves have spent enough money as is, and they may have to spend 20 million if they want to employ Ruben Amorim, depending on his CV. But they might go for other options as well, so they'll be on the hunt. According to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea wanted to keep news that Christopher Nkunku had already had a medical with the club a secret, as they have yet to agree a fee with RB Leipzig for the 24-year-old France forward. This is Fabrizio Romano reporting here. So the story is a secret medical for Nkunku, who has agreed in principle to join Chelsea, but RB Leipzig and Chelsea have not come to an agreement with a fee. Liverpool will face for competition from Juventus and Real Madrid for the signature of 25-year-old Belgian midfielder Yuri Tillemans, whose Leicester City contract expires at the end of the season. For me, I am disgusted that we're not going to be getting a player like this. This is a player that I wanted in the midfield, and we needed that creativity in that midfield area. I don't know why we didn't sign him when we had numerous of opportunities to do so. We could still get him in January. That's the optimistic thing about this situation, but he may stay to the end of the season because I don't think Leicester will want to let him go now. This is Calcio Mercato in Italian, of course. Sevilla and Valencia are interested in signing 26-year-old forward Anthony Martial for Manchester United to the Faches in Spanish. Liverpool Echo. UAE side Sharjah FC have expressed an interest in signing Everton striker Solomon Rondon. The 33-year-old Venezuela international looks likely to stay at Goodison Park. Well, this is the gossip column for a reason. How true is that? Is there any legs in that? I don't think there's too much legs in that, and I think Frank Lampard wants to enjoy working with him until further notice. So I would assume that he's going to be an Everton player. Everton fans, if you want to comment in the chat, feel free to do so. Rims want to turn their season-long loan of Arsenal striker Folarin Balogun into a permanent move. This is Karim Kanor. Well, I don't know if there's I don't know if Arsenal will entertain this. I wouldn't think Arsenal would be entertaining this permanent move business. I think they want him back as a number 9 striker, another cover, maybe as third choice, fourth choice, depending on if Arsenal go for another centre striker. You know what I mean. Arsenal could face competition from Chelsea, Bayern Munich and PSG for the 22-year-old Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic. This is El Bianconero in Italia. Manchester United have failed in a bid to sign Italy midfielder Manuel Locatelli from Juventus over the summer. Sport media set in Italia, but in Italian, sorry. However, it says here Arsenal have inquired about signing Locatelli in January transfer window. Calcio Mercato in Italian. Arsenal will be active. I feel that we own 2 to 3 strikers. So for me, I want to see some strengthening within the squad, at least by 2 or 3 players up, and to give us a more realistic opportunity of finishing within the top 3 or 4. Tottenham's Brazilian winger Lucas Moura will be a target for Sevilla in the January transfer window. Ramos mi Sevilla in Spanish. Well, I'll tell you what. He may grow frustrated of the lack of game time he's getting at Tottenham because of the remarkable job that Kane, Son, and Kulusevski are doing, producing wonderful displays in their performances, despite the fact that Tottenham seem to set up as pragmatic and defensively as possible. But they are still dangerous players. Other than that, that's the gossip column done. And speaking of done, I'm going to end it here and say good night to you all in the happiest way possible and the nicest way possible. So, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and saving the best to last. Thank you so much for putting up with me and my sleepy eyes. I'll be here again tomorrow, hopefully this tomorrow afternoon with another content or two. Other than that, make sure you look after your friends, look after your families, do look after yourselves, as it's always important. Peace, love, and bless again. As always a pleasure. I'll be off to bed shortly because of work. However, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please do all of that for me, yeah? Really appreciate it. On top of that, yeah, DLG repping, we will talk again. Always. And speaking of always, just remember, always please be nice. Thank you. And good night.